Imagine, the late 90s in Silicon Valley, money, chaos, and pure unrestrained ambition colliding like ping pong balls in a startup office.
It's wild. And here, it's not just tech, it's personal drama mixed with groundbreaking ideas, right?
Exactly. So picture a small, scrappy startup that later becomes the launchpad for, well, some of the most influential tech empires. And the kicker? Its CEO gets fired while on
Yeah.
vacation.
Wait, fired during vacation? I mean, come on, mid mimosas? That's insane.
Right. That was none other than Elon Musk at the company we now call PayPal. But behind that casual firing is a story of sheer chaos, brilliance, betrayal, and ultimately, triumph.
So, are we diving into the wild origins of the so called PayPal mafia?
Absolutely. It's like a Hollywood script. Entrepreneurs with just an idea, sometimes just scribbles on a whiteboard, managing to pull in millions from investors who were chasing the dot-com dream, even if the product was barely there.
Mm-hmm. It almost sounds too good to be true. Like you show up with a ping pong table and get $50 million.
Exactly. Take hamsterhub.com, for instance. No website, no hamsters even. Just an office ping pong table that impressed some investors enough to drop millions. It's like throwing cash at a unicorn and just hoping for magic.
Wow, the absurdity and optimism of that era really shine through. But I'm curious, what about online payments? That seems like the real puzzle they were trying to crack.
Right. Online payments were the unsolved problem. Money in cyberspace where banks hadn't yet caught up, and fraud was everywhere. Imagine trying to split a pizza and having to meet up with cash in hand.
So one day someone thought, hey, what if you could send money just like an email?
Precisely. Two companies, X.com and Confinity, were racing against time to solve this very issue. One was all flash and chaos, Elon's X.com, and the other was, precise and secure, Confinity, led by Peter Thiel and Max Levchin.
Mm-hmm. And they were sort of like David versus Goliath, one small but nimble against a giant that was unpredictable.
Exactly. It's like, X.com was the giant full of bold promises, while Confinity was the meticulous underdog who pivoted from sending money with Palm Pilots to simple email payments.
It's almost cinematic, isn't it? The merger, the clash of visions, and then, oh, the coup.
Yes, indeed. By 2000, both companies were on a collision course, and while they fought over the same, eBay sellers, Elon Musk even pushed to shift the entire system from Unix to Windows NT. Like, imagine trying to do heart surgery with a spork.
Yeah, that almost seems like a recipe for disaster. Did anyone actually challenge that decision?
Oh, they did. Engineers pleaded with him, warning that the tech simply wasn't ready. And then, while he was off on vacation in South Africa, sipping mimosas no less, the Confinity team staged a coup, and bam, he got fired as CEO.
That's remarkable. But here's the thing, didn't that just end his journey?
Funny enough, no. Even after being ousted, Elon stayed on as the largest shareholder and as a board member because he still believed in the vision. Meanwhile, the team refocused on what worked: email payments, especially for eBay sellers, turning chaos into a sustainable product.
Mm-hmm. I get that, but don't you think his insistence on these crazy big bets sometimes jeopardized the company's stability?
That's a fair point. His style was all about insane, high-risk bets, like shooting for the moon without checking if the ladder was sturdy. Yet, ironically, that chaos birthed the legendary culture at PayPal.
Speaking of which, the culture sound almost like a gladiator arena, isn't it? People brawling over ideas, intense debates, and a lot of caffeine-fueled showdowns?
Exactly. Meetings were, more like UFC fights where ideas were thrown around, scrutinized, and only the best survived. It wasn't your garden variety corporate calm. It was a high-stakes adrenaline rush every single day.
Mm-hmm. And that intensity, that pressure, seems to have molded a group of individuals who later became known as the PayPal Mafia. How did that transition happen?
Right. The survivors of that chaotic culture went on to, change the entire tech landscape. Elon later ventured off to build Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and even Twitter. Then you have Peter Thiel, Max Levchin, and Reid Hoffman, all of whom became pillars in companies like Palantir, LinkedIn, Airbnb, and YouTube.
Mm-hmm. It's almost as if the crucible of chaos forged geniuses who were ready to take on the world.
Right on. And get this, while the product, online payments, was just beginning to function reliably, the culture was so volatile that every employee, from engineers to interns, was constantly pushed to their limits. Red Bull wasn't just a drink, it was a lifeline.
And sometimes that kind of pressure can blur the lines between innovation and, well, sheer madness, don't you think?
It sure can. But honestly, it's that very madness that bred relentless innovation. The system even had to fight off real-time fraud with AI-driven solutions to spot scammers trying to exploit referral bonuses. Imagine building a financial combat system from scratch. That's no small feat.
Mm-hmm. And all this under the watchful eyes of investors and regulators breathing down their necks. It's like every day was a battle for survival.
Exactly. And by 2002, having survived internal coups, hacking attempts, and non-stop crises, they managed to go public with a modest, yet symbolically huge IPO, around $70 million.
Yeah. 70 million might not burn the world down, but it sure marked a turning point, like reaching base camp before the Everest summit.
Right. And then came eBay's twist. eBay saw that PayPal was not just a payment system, but the payment system trusted by millions. After some pushback with their in-house system, eBay offered about $1.5 billion in stock, which turned many founders into instant legends.
Instant legends indeed. Overnight, you had the creators stepping into a new world where their influence spread across companies like Tesla, LinkedIn, Palantir, and more.
Exactly. So, the chaos at PayPal wasn't an endgame. It was the launchpad for a tech dynasty. The legendary PayPal mafia, forged in relentless pressure, went on to shape, well, almost every major tech platform today.
It's absolutely fascinating. But I'll respectfully challenge one point. Don't you think that such a high-octane, chaotic culture might have, at times, overshadowed the value of, say, stability and security?
That's a solid critique. It's true. While the chaos was a crucible for innovation, it sometimes led to, risky decisions, which could have, frankly, doomed the company. Yet the very fact that they managed to survive that chaos, adapt, and eventually stabilize speaks volumes about their resilience.
Yeah. It's like they learned to dance on the edge of chaos and order, a wild, electrifying balance.
Exactly. And that balance built not just a company, but a legacy, a launch pad for countless tech revolutions that we see even today.
Well put. It's a story of innovation, risk, and a healthy dose of audacity.
And as we wrap up, remember, from ping-pong tables to billion-dollar exits, this isn't just history. It's the foundation of modern Silicon Valley.
Incredible journey. I can't wait to see where these stories lead next.